3-4-3 is the formation for Mark Briggs. You're looking at Sanchez and Dirk. Their work rate on both sides of the ball. Look for them to be high and wide so you open up space for Luis Felipe, Nick Ross to dictate tempo. Villader, Pirano pinching underneath, Kieran Phillips.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball for the Seattle Sounders, who are, of course, coached by Brian Schmetzer. 6 changes from their last game in the competition against Phoenix Rising. But outside of rotation, Ricky, this is probably a full-blown lineup for Brian Schmetzer.
You just look at the talent of 4-2-3-1 formation-wise. Atencio and Joao Paulo look for them to settle into this game, so then you let your front four express themselves. Jordan Morris is going to occupy the center backs and look for the bottom 3 to fill in the gaps underneath him.
And here's a look at our refereeing crew for this evening's affair. Ted Unkel, one of the more experienced referees that Major League Soccer has to offer, is going to be the main man in charge. Well, he is flanked by Fernando Fierro and Stephen McGonigal. Robert Vince is going to be your 4th official. Victor Rivas is your VAR for tonight's match. A sellout crowd here at Heart Health Park to potentially witness more U.S. Open Cup magic. Seattle Sounders have thoughts of a 5th trophy in this competition as we are officially underway from Sacramento, California.
Just so clever, Joao Paulo is. Nowhere to go, put myself between me, Luis Felipe on charging any sort of contact, I go down.
Here's the captain, Lee Desmond, finding Aldair Sanchez. Phillips looking for that daisy cutter to potentially send Jack Gurr on the better side of Nuhu, but instead it sparks the counterattack the other way for the visitors. Rusnak poking it through. Reed Baker-Whiting will be able to get there. Stands it up, looking for Jordan Morris. Falls to Atencio, and it's in! The youngster Josh Atencio draws first blood in this quarterfinal, and the Seattle Sounders lead here at Heart Health Park after 15 minutes.
Talked about being compact in your defensive structure. Just look at the real estate in between lines. That's where Albert Rusnak wants to operate in, and then you have runners. You have one arriving, you have the second post pack from Rothrock. You don't deal well enough with the first action. Atencio, great first touch out of his body. You put it on target, you give yourself a chance against the run of play, maybe. In the first 25 minutes, Seattle Sounders have a goal here on the road.
And Danny Vitiello, a long ways from home. Tommy Villader finding Sanchez. And Rick, you can just tell that this crowd is on the edge of their seat anytime Sacramento get on the ball. To your point a few minutes ago, because they really haven't been able to find a rhythm, so they're looking for something to cheer about.
You need to play a little bit more positive. Too many times it's Seattle Sounders playing direct, then you give the ball right over back to the center part of the field. Need a little bit more of this. Settle into this game. Understand that you're here for a reason. Stay true to your identity. We have not seen enough of Jack Gurr. It's a fantastic run.
Right on cue, Gurr able to get there. Here's Pirano. Villader, back for Pirano. This is a nice little combination, and it's Christian Pirano who just sends it wide. A little too cute from Luis Felipe, and you hear the groans from the Sacramento Republic faithful.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. The spacing is all off for Sacramento. Watch out here.
Well, Ted Unkel had gotten a little bit more involved in that play than he would have liked to. And it sparks the counterattack the other way. Pirano around one defender, going for goal. And never challenging Andrew Thomas in the end.
He has 2 options here. Christian Pirano. He has Jack Gurr coming around the corner. If he plays his outside back,
good challenge from Paul Rothrock, who came from his right wing position and tucked all the way in. But an even better step from the captain, Lee Desmond, with a bone-crunching challenge. And Rothrock is feeling it.
Good action both ways. As Rothrock defensive duties are as important as the attacking side of the ball. Luis Felipe has tons of real estate to operate in, so you pick his pocket on the other side. That's exactly what you want from your center back.
It's been lofted in, dealt with by Christian Roldan. Jack Gurr with good pressure on Reed Baker-Whiting. who goes to ground, wins it, and fairly, says Ted Uncle. And here's Albert Rusnak, but showing too much of it to Shane Wheat, one of the three center backs. And now this one curled in towards Jordan Morris. Vitiello off of his line. Morris around the keeper. It's Jordan Morris with his first U.S. Open Cup goal, and he doubles the lead for the visitors. Well, you just knew it was coming. Sacramento were exposed. They threw numbers forward. Jordan Morris and the Sounders lethal on the counter, and it's 2-0.
Goal scored in the 31st minute.
Talked about balance. We talked about spacing, defensive structure. As this play progresses, just watch as this ball gets popped in. The texture on this ball. Jordan Morris gets on the blind side of Timmer, never sees him, and this touch is exquisite. He takes out Vitiello out of the game. No chance for the goalkeeper to recover, and then it's a bit of class from the striker. You play high, you leave yourself vulnerable, going back the other way. A recipe for disaster against the pace, the quality of Jordan Morris in the blink of an eye. Seattle Sounders double their lead.
Outswinger from Rusnak. Good looking ball in, and it's met by a beautiful save from Danny Vitiello off the head of Yamar. That's really the first time that Vitiello's been able to get his hands to anything tonight.
That's a fantastic ball in. 10 assists on the season. Rusnak, you know the quality. Yamar does everything right. Snap over his shoulder, over his left shoulder. In the end, it's a fantastic save from Vitiello. Outstretched, puts it away from traffic, and that is key. No rebound whatsoever. Fantastic goalkeeping.
Vitiello tied for the league lead in the USL Championship for clean sheets this year with 8. This one angled towards Kieran Phillips. Second ball available for Pirano. Almost fell to Phillips. And the secondary shot always sailing wide from Tommy Villader. We've really yet to see the best from the 26-year-old who hails from Barcelona, as Ted Uncle will bring the first half to a close. A first half that is dripping in rave green. Josh Atencio in the 16th minute, and then Jordan Morris in the 31st. It was easy pickings, as whatever shots came his way were directly at the Moscow-born 25-year-old, as Ted Uncle gets us underway yet again. This one brought down by Shane Wheat. Cushioned down by Pirano. Now lead Desmond. Sanchez curling it into the feet of Luis Felipe. Jack Kerr getting involved at the back stick. Felipe able to get the cross away and forcing the challenge out of Nuhu at the back stick.
Talked about these runs from a central location could cause issues. No one tracks. Now you're asking Nuhu to come across. But if you're Phillips, you need to get it goal side of your individual marker, because if you do, it's an easy header at that near stick.
Precious set-piece opportunity now for Mark Briggs' side. Towards the back post, an excellent ball, and Sacramento have one back! And Herrera off of the bench to start this second half immediately onto the score sheet, and the Quails have life.
Set pieces are a fantastic way to claw yourself back into this game when you're not creating through the run of play.
Following the opening goal for Sacramento off the head of Sebastian Herrera. This is a good ball in for Pirano. Jack Kerr, plenty of space on the right-hand side. Pirano taking it himself, and it's just wide.
1v1 with Rui Diaz, Jordan Morris, and too many times you're giving the ball over extremely cheaply. And now you afford Seattle Sounders the ability to play, turn their defense into offense.
And here they are again, conjuring up a beautiful counterattack, and Timmer once again coming to the rescue for the Quails defense. Whipped in, and a great header saved by Vitiello. An outstretched left paw from the big keeper who hails out of Long Island. Felipe lining it up. And that's going to do it. Full time, the Seattle Sounders off to the semifinals of the U.S. Open Cup for the first time since 2014.